Welcome to Dreamers and Makers, SCAD grads who power the creative economy.
Meet Ethan and Tony, the hearts and minds behind Experience Collective, a design studio that's created art installations for the Four Seasons to the White House. From their first meeting in a SCAD color theory course, this duo was destined to dream with daring.
We love to take old things and improve them. We love to take things that are underappreciated and shine a light on them.
We want our work to change the environment. The mission of the Experience Collective was to always transform ordinary spaces into imaginative visual experience. My name is Tony D'Amici.
And I'm Ethan Conlon.
And we are the Experience Collective. We are a multidisciplinary design and fabrication studio, and we focus on all different kinds of techniques and processes.
We integrate a lot of traditional practices as well as more modern and cutting-edge fabrication techniques. We have a lot of digital tools, CNC-run machines, lasers, plasma machines, but then we also have a lot of traditional hand tools, things that will give you that touch of hand. And I have a grandfather who is a master carpenter. My mother was a jeweler and a goldsmith. My father was a sculptor. A lot of the tools that we use are the same ones that were held generations ago by those same people that taught us, and it's very meaningful to be able to feel that connection.
I also feel like we've developed our own point of view, and so while we do respect what came before us, we're also kind of blazing our own trail. And we feel really proud to be where we are and really proud to be a part of this creative community here in Atlanta. We met in a color theory class at SCAD. We actually started Experience Collective when we were juniors in college, so we had yet to graduate. And it really spearheaded from one particular project. It was the fog. We built it in Savannah. It was a 46,000 square foot installation. We made it with 16 miles worth of reclaimed fabric and yarn, and we wove these epic tunnels basically in the woods.
One of the things I loved about the fog was that it was interacting with the environment, and the fog was lit up by these lights and enveloped people and really showed how those paths throughout the woods would inform your movement.
Ethan and I worked together for years on pretty much all SCAD projects. And his skill set is different than mine, but we complement each other in a lot of ways.
I think part of the reason that we can be so different and yet work together so effectively is that we share a passion for exploration. Nice. We're going to take this, lift it from there, and we're going to slide it this way because right now there's too much weight over this end. When I started working with Tony, I was very good at seeing the details, and I was very good at kind of envisioning how things might fit together. But I didn't have the sense for big picture that I've learned and developed since starting to work with her.
And I think for me, one of the biggest things I've learned about myself is how to stay calm under pressure. Ethan is an extraordinarily patient guy. I would say I've had to work on being patient. And yeah, I think you've definitely given me kind of that lens that I needed. We got our first studio in Avondale about 6 years ago, and then we just moved 2 weeks ago into this new fabulous space. It's been a nice and steady climb, but it's taken a lot of work and persistence and dedication to our craft. And I always tell people we've been really laser focused on our vision and haven't wavered, and I think that's a huge reason why we're here. I have a really strong sense of color. I'm really attracted to unexpected materials, and I work large. Large-scale art has definitely been in my repertoire. And so those combinations of talents, skills, things, I think set me apart a little bit from you in a sense.
I'm very much more technical. I'm more looking towards design and planning, whereas I feel you have a very intuitive sense for how to use materials and how to create compositions. I think a really good example is actually the balloon panels that we created for SCAD 45. Oh wow, that's incredible.
It really activates the space. Well, and I was worried a little bit about the edges, and I feel like in here it actually does a good job of, we were able to cover and round that out.
Yeah.
Remember when we had them hanging in the studio?
Oh yeah. In that particular project, Tony came up with these compositions. Tony was able to balance colors together with available balloon colors to make a palette that looks blended and natural, not like it's off the shelf. I was able to help plan some of the logistics and track down what we needed, get it here. I ended up purchasing the nationwide supply of several colors just to make it all happen.
It was really exciting to go see it in its forever home, and also see it in the context of where students are learning and working. And I just kept pinching myself that if I was a student like walking down those hallways and I saw those balloon panels, I would have gotten so excited about it.
To have SCAD commission us to create work like that speaks to the investment that they make in their students.
They're champions of the arts. And so to have an institution and a collaborative partner like SCAD is huge. It's everything.
The piece of River House was a lot of fun to create. That's similar to several other pieces that we've created in the past.
It's right on the Savannah River, and so we were really inspired by water and the movement. And so it basically is this really beautiful undulating kind of form that's mounted on the wall, but it does have a lot of dimension to it. I always say my favorite piece is the next one. I just think we're a force. We're creating our own road, and it's up to us to decide what lane we're in. And it's just a good place to be.
Absolutely.
I'm Tony D'Amici.
I'm Ethan Conlon.
We are Dreamers and Makers.